Today in our 2016 Chevrolet Silverado 2500, we're going to be installing PTC's custom fit engine fuel filter. And this will just thread on, and it's got a drain valve here at the bottom. This is the most common type that you'll see on diesel vehicles, is your spin-on filters. It can be leak tested to ensure a high quality product. So I recommend that you replace your fuel filter on your diesel vehicles every oil change. We'll begin our installation here at the wheel well. We need to access our fuel filter. It's located behind our cover here. To get the best access to our filter, you would remove your entire liner, your wheel, the molding here. That is quite a lengthy process. So to help cut down on the time to replace your filter, we're just going to be taking out some of this and pulling our liner back. We're going to use a T15 torque socket to remove some of the fasteners on the inside. We'll remove one there, here, and over here. And now with our liner pulled back above the wheel here, we can see our fuel filter located right here. So we're going to begin by draining the fuel. So we're going to unscrew this. Now I'm just starting it here. We want to make sure we have a drain pan located below it before we drain it out. We'll unscrew our drain here at the bottom, let the fuel drain out. While that's draining, we'll unclip the electrical connector that goes to our water separator. Once we've got that done and it's drained, we can now unscrew our filter. We're not going to use an oil filter wrench to remove our fuel filter because our fuel filter has a similar design to an oil filter, so it'll work just fine. If you need an oil filter wrench, you can pick one up here at etrailer.com. We'll now use our oil filter wrench to remove our fuel filter. Once you've got it cracked loose, you can take it off the rest of the way by hand. I'm just going to dump the rest of that fuel into the pan, and now we can slide our filter out. You can now put your filter in a vise. You could use your filter wrench to hold it, but it can be very difficult. You'll now need a 1 5/8 inch wrench. I recommend using an adjustable wrench over a set size because it's more likely to have that laying around. And you want to unscrew the oil filter separator sensor from the bottom here. And this is the same way. Once you've got it broke loose, you can unthread it by hand. You want to take the seals that come in your kit and use some of the fuel that's left in the bottom of your water separator to lubricate the new seals. And this will help ensure that you don't tear the seal when installing it and that you don't have any leaks. Next, you want to remove the old seal from your water separator sensor. Install the new seal. We'll now thread it into the bottom of our new filter. We're just going to do it by hand right now. We can go back after we get it fully installed and just snug it up a little bit with the wrench. We'll then take our large new seal that comes in our kit. We're going to press that down in the groove on our filter here. And we can now install our new filter onto our vehicle. Slip it in. Making sure that our seal stays in place. And then simply thread it back on to the vehicle. Once the filter has contacted the sealing surface, you want to tighten it an additional 1/4 turn. Now normally I don't recommend using filter pliers to do this, but we're only going to be tightening it a little bit. Now you want to make sure you got your drain valve tightened back up, and you plug your electrical connector back in. Now you want to locate your fuel primer, which is going to be here just below your air intake ductwork here. And all you do for this is you just press it down. And we're just going to pump this up until it's nice and solid. We can now start our vehicle and check for leaks. If your vehicle stalls shortly after starting it, you'll need to repeat the process of priming it. Just means you didn't prime it enough. Our vehicle's running fine, so we're going to check for leaks. Once we verified there's no leaks, we can reinstall our fender liner and all of our bolts. And that completes our installation of PTC's custom fit engine fuel filter on our 2016 Chevrolet Silverado 2500.